Hey everybody, it's Tom from Vehicle Visionary with a follow-up video on the 2025 and 2026 GMC Terrains. A few questions came in based on my last video, and it is better to make a video on this as opposed to just answering it in a comment, because people learn better by actually seeing what to do. That's why they come to YouTube to begin with. So for those who gripe and moan about that, well, too bad, so sad. I'm going to make the video anyway. This is my channel and not yours. Question number one, aside from dealing with the peanut gallery out there, how do you change what is on the right-hand side of the driver's display? I had somebody who said that's very distracting to them to see the radio information. Unfortunately, you can't get rid of that. Now, what you can do is come right here and push the button for audio settings, and you can change what is there based on what you're listening to, but you cannot completely get rid of that or replace it with somebody else. That's actually a safety feature, believe it or not. That way, you're more focused in line with the road as opposed to looking over here to change the volume or anything like that, although you can obviously do that right there. You have your controls on the back of the steering wheel. That's what GMC says, at least. So that's the answer to that question. I hate to disappoint anybody. Now, while we're on this subject, if you do want to change what's on the left-hand side of the screen, you can do that. You're going to come up here to vehicle status, and there's a few different things you can do. So let's say you want to change what you have with your gauges. Now, let's just say we want coolant temperature. So we're going to select right there, and you're going to come right here, add to driver's display. And now you can see that that's on the driver's display. Now, if you want to remove from the driver's display, you can do that right there. And then we can go back and add whatever else we want to. Just to show you what's there, that's how easy it is. But unfortunately, that's the only area you can really customize. Other than going through and pushing this button, you can change what you see as far as this goes. If you want navigation up there, there are a couple of different options where that's concerned. But ultimately, that's the answer to that question. Question number two, where are the garage door opener buttons? Ultimately, the buttons for Homelink. Well, unfortunately, that is one of the many things that GMC moved right here to the center screen. There are no physical buttons for that feature anymore. So you can either come right here or you can come to controls right here, and that's what you're going to select. Now, this is not where you'll find what you're looking for. It's actually going to be under this option, See More Controls, and you see Universal Remotes. Now, one thing that would be interesting based on what happens when you go into this feature is that you'll see right here, it says you can add up to 8 remotes for garage doors. Maybe that's why they don't have 8 buttons up here. There would be 8 buttons across the top if that were the case. But that is where this is located. You can select Add Remote. It will walk you through the process. It's very easy to deal with as far as that goes. I don't have anything to add, so I can't demonstrate that right now, but it is very easy to do. It gives you the on-screen instructions, and you'll have no trouble setting things up for your 8 garage doors. How many of you actually have 8 garage doors you need to program into your GMC Terrain? Question number 3 has to do with the front seats, and that question is, how do you take the cooled or ventilated seat functions and turn off the seat back itself and only have the cool or the heat coming from the seat cushion? Unfortunately, you can't do that. That's why you only see the single option here as far as your ventilated seats or your heated seats. Another thing that I do think GMC maybe should have added, that's my GMC Sierra 2500 right there. It does have that feature, and there are other GMC vehicles that do. I'm not sure why GMC chose not to put that feature in these Terrains, but it's just not here. That's why you can't figure it out. The next question to be answered is, how do you manage things such as bass and treble? Well, it's pretty easy to deal with. Now, you can come right here and select right there. You can also do that right here with audio, but ultimately, this is where you need to come. See that second icon right there? And we're going to go to equalizer, and there you go. You can see it right there. You can adjust the bass, you can adjust the mid-range, and you can adjust the treble. And those are the questions that I got on a recent video that I did. Hopefully that answers everybody's question. If you have any more questions, whether it's on the Terrain or something else, feel free to ask. If it warrants a video, I'll definitely make that. If I get enough questions, we can put all of those together in one video. But I hope I answered the questions that were asked. If you have anything else, let me know. Thanks for taking the time to watch. I appreciate your time. Have a great day. I'll see you next time.